Hello everyone and welcome back to Matchbox Memories. Today we're going to open 3 new 5-packs from 2024. You can see 4 5-packs in front of you. That's because one of the cars in one of those 5-packs does have a variation, and I found both versions. So I just want to show you guys that as well. We have a Tesla 5-pack. It's called the Tesla 20th Anniversary 5-pack. Can't believe that Tesla has now been around for 20 years. I remember first hearing about it and thinking that the cars were quite cool. Have to say the design of the cars have not changed a lot in 20 years, at least on the outside. I'm sure the technology has changed a fair bit over the years. And then we have a 5-pack called MBX City Drivers 4. And the Autobahn Express 5, and there's the last vehicle there. There's a variation, and we will open those and have a quick look at them. So without any further ado, let's start off this process. I think I'm going to start off with the Teslas. So they're the vehicles. I'm not going to spend too much time on them, just to give you an idea of what the different vehicles in the package are. Looks like the red model is the highlighted model. There's the different licensing, 2023 Mattel license. Let's open this up and have a look at them. So I've just opened it up and just wanted to point it out, as Matchbox seems to do with all these electric car models. They seem to use paper-based packaging instead of plastic, which is environmentally friendlier. So there they are. Let's just go through them one by one. So we'll get started off with this red Model S, which was the highlighted model on the packaging. Let's have a quick look at it. So a vehicle we have seen before. I think it came out in white fairly recently. I couldn't find my white version of it. That is quite nice. Tesla Model S, and then some other versions of the Model S that I have in my collection. At first, I thought the mainline version, which is this, was identical, but as you can see, it does have a different set of tires. One has that silver plating, and the mainline, of course, just has the regular black tires. And then if you look at the base, it's also a different color. So I'm glad Matchbox made those small changes. It does help for collectors to have different cars instead of having to repeat cars in their collection. And then the older Model S, this is the original version from 2014, Tesla Model S. And then I have 2 versions of that as well. You can see the difference. They do look somewhat different. The new model does look quite different from the earlier models. All right, next model up is the Tesla Model 3 in white. We've seen this as well. Can't remember if it came as a mainline or if it was part of a different 5-pack, but there is the model from the 5-pack we just opened, and I already had one in my collection, so I'm just gonna quickly do a comparison. They look fairly similar. The front, left-hand drive, sides look identical. Oh, look at that, rear is different. Love it. One has a number plate, the other doesn't. Look at that. One has just sort of the Tesla sign on it. The other has the Tesla symbol. Beautiful. Love it when Matchbox makes these variations. And even the base is slightly different color, as you can see. So brilliant. 2 vehicles, 2 different variations. Got a few more Matchbox Model 3s in my collection. This one is from the moving part series. This one was a hard one to find. It only came once to Walmart. I was able to snag it before anyone else did. I was fairly lucky, and of course the moving part on this one is the doors open. And then so two moving parts versions as well. This one's also a moving part. For some reason I thought it was a mainline for a second, and then I realized the doors open, so it's been a part of the moving part series a couple of times as well. So beautiful. Didn't expect these two to be different, so quite excited that the backs are different. And anyways, this makes it more exciting for collectors because it's hard to find variations, especially when they're in the back of the car. All right, next up is the Tesla Roadster. We've seen a few different versions of this. Let's just have a look at this one fairly quickly here. Not bad. Front's done. Rear is done. Not my favorite color on this vehicle, but still not bad. And we've seen a few different versions of this now. The red and this sort of matte black are definitely my two favorite versions of this car. And then we've seen it in the moving part series with an opening door. And then that's just a regular mainline as well. So 5 different versions. It's probably my favorite Tesla from all the models that they do make. I think it's a fun little sprightly little car, and it's really, really well designed. Next up is a Tesla Model X in this ash color, metal flake ash. Very nicely done. Everything's fully detailed front and back. And then we've seen a few of these as well. We've seen it in white, in the main line. I think the blue one came in a 5-pack. And then we've also seen it in a more traditional silver or gray. So there's 4 different Model X's in my collection, and I think that's fairly complete. And then lastly, we've seen this model as well, Model Y, the Tesla Model Y in this gray. We've seen a similar vehicle in the main line as well, similar color. I do have it, so we will compare it to this. Once again, there could be that number plate variation. We'll just have to have a look and see. Just grab it right now. Give me a second. Here it is. So right away you can see the tires are different, so there is a significant variation there. And then also the color of the Tesla symbol is different. One is white and the other is sort of it is black. So there's variations right there. The interiors both seem to be the same color. And once again, number plates are different. Look at that. Beautiful. What a beautiful 5-pack. Here I was thinking that, 3 of the 5 vehicles are repeats, and to my astonishment, every single one of them had 1 or more significant variations. So fantastic job, Matchbox. I'm very, very glad to see you guys make these variations in similar looking cars. It just makes things more collectible. And then of course I got a few more Model Ys in my collection, and there they are. So that's it for the first 5 packs, guys. Let's move on to another one. All right, next we are going to look at this MBX City Drivers 5-pack. And those are the vehicles. Mini Swisher, Bay Brigade, Renault Kangoo, Charmobile 2, and the City Bus. The Renault Kangoo is the vehicle that is highlighted at the back of the pack. 2023 Mattel license and just the Renault license. So the rest of them are fantasy vehicles, but still some nice ones in there. So let's quickly open them up and have a look at them. All right, so I've taken them out of the packaging. First vehicle up is the, it's just called Matchbox Swiffer, or Swisher. Matchbox Swisher is the official name. We've seen this in the main line a few times. Not necessarily one I collect. It is a cute little casting. And there it is. Didn't pull any other versions of it out, even though I'm sure I do have it in my collection. Next, we have a boat. We haven't seen a boat in the Matchbox lineup in quite a few years, actually. So this is a introduction to boats again, I guess. This one is called Bay Brigade. It also has the Harbor Police livery, which I know I have seen in other vehicles. I'm just not sure which Matchbox vehicle they're on. But anyways, there's the casting. I think it's interesting. I think kids are going to love collecting boats and playing with boats. So can't say I'm thrilled to see boats in the lineup, but I'm also not complaining. Next, we have the Renault Kangoo with the Crispy Cleaners livery. Trying to focus in on that, but dry cleaning, pressing, spot cleaning, tailoring and alterations. Side livery, no front livery or rear livery. Orange base, 2018 Renault Kangoo. The only other version I could find quickly in my collection was the Goodyear tire version, which came in the main line as well as a recent 10-pack. There they are. Don't want to spend too much time on these vehicles, guys. Got the Chowmobile. I didn't pull any other Chowmobiles out, guys. Seen it a few times. So this one's a new casting as well. There it is. I'm a huge fan of food trucks, and this one is a fantastic addition. Detailed food, side livery, front and back are not done. You can see inside there's good detailing of the food truck itself. And then finally, the city bus. Transit City is the livery, so it's Metro City Transit. Fantasy casting, but still quite a nice casting. And I've got a few different versions of this. I'm one of those guys that likes collecting buses, so every time I see one, I do pick it up, and I've got several different versions of this. I'm just going to zoom out so we can really see them all. So Airport Express, this one says A-Trans, Crossline Transit, MMXI. We have one here that says MBX Transit. This one is Bus City, City Bus, Transportation Services. And then we have a Metro Shuttle Bus. Got it in the Dora livery. This one's a hard one to find. This one's a bit play worn, but still in fairly decent condition. The 2009 collection is here. Get them while supplies last. And two more buses, both are gray. There's that, and there. Matchbox does love making these. There's no licenses. They basically own everything except for the Dora one, where they would have had to pay out whoever owns the Dora license. The rest of them are just all profit as far as Matchbox is concerned, and I'm sure we're going to see tons of different versions of these buses in the future. All right, so lastly we have the Autobahn Express 5-pack, and those are the vehicles. Audi e-tron, I think this is the 4th version of it. Porsche 911 GT3, which I have several versions of it. The Fiat 2019 Fiat 500 Turbo, 1965 Alfa Romeo Giulio Sprint GTA, and the 90 Volkswagen Transport Crew Cab. Highlighted vehicle is the Fiat. All 5 cars are licensed, as you can see, and there is a 2023 Mattel license. So give me a second, I'm going to open this up and we will have a quick look at it. All right, so I've opened that up. I have to say, I believe that this is the best 5-pack we've seen so far in 2024. All the cars are, all the vehicles are fire, and of course collectors are going to be collecting 2 of these, or purchasing 2 of these, just because of the variation in this particular vehicle. There's one with the empty bed and there's one with tools in the bed. So I will open the other 5-pack up as well and have a look at that particular vehicle. So let's go through these vehicles. All right, so first up, we have this Audi e-tron in the German Police livery. Look at that, fully detailed front, side livery, and rear livery. We almost never see that in Matchbox vehicles. Not the best set of tires, but not bad. Certainly works with this vehicle. Black interior, left-hand drive. Gray base. Absolutely love this vehicle. I'm so happy that they decided to do it in a police livery. And then let's have a look at some other vehicles that they have done with this livery. There's 4 that came to mind and 4 that I could find fairly quickly. First is this BMW M5 Police, and I'm pretty sure this came out in the German series around 2020 or 2021. So this one, the back is not detailed, but the rest of it is, and look how beautiful this car is. This is an absolutely favorite of mine. Just wish they finished off the back there, but beautiful, beautiful. And this set's going to look really, really good. Look at that. And this one came in a 5-pack, same vehicle, but look at that, the front's not done. M5 Police again, and also the police sign, etc., are in a bigger font and a slightly different color from the first BMW. And then I think this also came in the German series, might have been a different year, but once again, front's not done and rear is not done, just the side livery. Just gorgeous. I love this. I love that casting. I'm really enjoying the Audi e-tron with that livery. Just beautiful. If you're not collecting these guys, I think it's time you add them to your collection because they just look absolutely gorgeous. And then I have a bunch of e-trons in my collection, guys. I just thought I'd show you guys those as well. So the police version is the 4th version of this vehicle. We've seen 3 other vehicles. We've seen it in gray and blue and red. I think blue was the original version, the first version. And there they are. Fantastic casting. They look really good when they're fully done, and it looks exceptional with the police livery. I hope if they do this in green, I hope they do complete the car livery all the way around. Spend the extra 2 cents, guys, and make them great. Next up is the 2019 Fiat 500 Turbo in this unusual green. It's quite a nice color. I quite like this casting. My girlfriend used to drive one of these. It's quite a nice car, quite zippy. Probably don't want to get in an accident in them, but the interiors are really nice and they handle really, really well, and they're great for getting around in the suburbs. Good on gas, cheap to repair. Beautiful. And this has come in a few different colors. The only other one I could find that I could easily show you guys was the version in black. I'm pretty sure this came as a mainline vehicle. And that is fully detailed as well. It's a fun little car. Next we have the 1965 Alfa Romeo Giulia. Detailed front and back. Not a huge fan of this casting. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Beautiful. Don't have too many of them in my collection. The casting has been around for quite a few years. The only other version I could find right off the top was the white version, which I think is probably the nicer of the two. It's got the chrome interior, which just makes it pop. That's really nice. Good set of tires. Yeah, so this one didn't have the number plate, but still. All right, next up we have the Volkswagen Transport Crew Cab. That's it. Volkswagen Transport Crew Cab. In this orange, it says road services. Very, very popular casting. It came as a 9-pack exclusive 4 or 5 years ago, and I couldn't find it. 2 versions of it, yellow and red, just not in my collection at this point. But I anticipate I will find it somewhere at some point. I really, really do want to get my hands on those 2 vehicles. So this one, as I previously mentioned, has the empty bed. And the other 5-pack that I just opened. There you go. You can see the variation. It's very, very clear. And I have to say, the 2 oranges are slightly different. This one's a bit darker than that one. Not sure if you can pick that up in camera, but there it is. And then I have a few different versions of this vehicle. Fortunately, I don't have both versions. See, each of them comes with 2 versions, and some of them I have the version with the items in the back. The other is just a clean flat bed. And then, of course, this was out of the hitch and haul set with that trailer. I did find another version of that trailer, and I thought, well, might work. Oh, it's not the same, but similar trailer. But look at that. Works quite well. And there it is. And then the only other thing I want to show you guys is that with some of these VWs, Matchbox does that variation. So this is the VW Golf. Let's have a look here. It's the exact 76 Volkswagen MK1 GTI Golf. And this has a variation in the trunk as well. So one has, not sure if I can zoom in well enough, but the items in the trunk. This one has nothing in the trunk, as you can see. Bit hard to see it because of reflections, but there is always, always, always 2 versions of this vehicle and 2 versions of that casting. So keep your eyes out for those guys, and make sure you add them to your collection. And I forgot to show you this Corvette with the Polizzi livery. This is sort of an interesting vehicle because traditionally all the vehicles with the Polizzi livery have been German cars, so 2 Audis, or an Audi and BMWs, and so we have an American Corvette with the Polizzi livery as well. Can't remember where I found it, but I think it's a nice little addition to this lineup. And there they all are. Last but not least, the 5-pack Porsche 911 GT3 from 2007. Another very, very popular casting. I have 2 of them because I opened both 5-packs. I usually don't like to buy multi-packs, but in this case all the cars were phenomenal, and one of them had a variation, so I think I can probably trade the rest of them, the ones I don't want, but certainly having 2 Porsches never hurts. And I've got so many different versions of this particular vehicle, and I will showcase them all to you in a second. So there it is. Number plate says GT3, 911 GT3 at the back there. Brake lights highlighted, filled in, front's fully detailed including the grille. Porsche symbol there, if you can see it there, right there. Black interior, left-hand drive. Beautiful car. So let me just pull out the rest of these guys and we can have a look at all of them. And there they are. So there was a casting change. You can see those 4 versions there have a plastic spoiler. So these are a little bit older. We've seen a new version of this particular one come out in the new Germany set, which I have not been able to pick up yet. This is the original one. Manufacturing year is, where's the... It says E16, so manufacturing year E, 2008 was A, and it looks like week 16. So this is fairly old, over 10 years old. This one was a mainline, and the wheels didn't rotate, so I had to drill it, put in new wheels. Just a mainline, and you can see this one's got the metal fender. The older version has the plastic fender. This is from the Porsche set. This is probably the most valuable of the lot of these. This one's going to be $10 to $15 if you can find it. 10 to 15 US. Really, really hard to find. I've got 2 versions, both loose. Just absolutely gorgeous. And then there's 2 red versions. One is the original version from, let's see when this is from. So P17 is the manufacturing year, and S30. So this is the newer one, and you can see one's got a flat black base. This one's a little bit more metallic. And then also the lights, etc. at the back are slightly different, as you can see. This one's got more white on it. This one's sort of more of a blood red. So slight differences. Enough of a difference for me to collect it. But anyways, not everyone's cup of tea, but there they are, guys. So anyways, that's it. I did forget to show you a couple of cars. So this one is a Fiat 500. I think this is the electric version. 500E. E is for electric. It's a moving parts vehicle. You can see the trunk opens. It's from the moving parts series. And then also want to show you this Hot Wheels Alfa Romeo Giulio Sprint GTA. I love this casting. I've got every version of this from the Hot Wheels line as well. Just thought I'd show it to you just because I do lack so many of the Giulia in the Matchbox lineup, and I am eager to collect them all. So anyways, guys, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I will be making more videos as there seem to be more Matchbox vehicles coming to the local stores. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so, guys, and don't forget to hit the like button on YouTube. Thank you.